Let's talk about the refreshed 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid, the compact that just won the 2025 North American Car of the Year, and reminded everyone why a Civic keeps topping lists. You're here to find out if the updates truly make it better, if the hybrid power is the real deal, and whether there's a catch. Short answer, it's excellent, and there's only one real caveat. Stick around. Where does it fit? This Civic goes straight at the Toyota Corolla and Prius, with the Mazda 3, Hyundai Elantra, Volkswagen Jetta, and Golf orbiting as alternatives. The Civic's edge is that it blends real efficiency with a surprisingly eager drive, and now the hybrid sits at the core of the lineup, not as a side quest. Outside, the changes are subtle but effective. The bumper and headlamps are sharpened, the front details are body-colored rather than gloss black, and Honda deletes separate fog lights because the optimized LEDs handle poor weather on their own. Wheel designs are new, 18-inch on Sport Hybrid and Sport Touring Hybrid, and Seabed Blue replaces the old Premium Blue. The stance looks calmer, cleaner, and a touch more upscale without shouting. Open the door and it feels familiar in the best way. The honeycomb vent strip still stretches across the dash. The knobs and switches click with satisfying precision, and crucially, the climate controls remain physical. The driving position is excellent. You sit low enough to feel connected yet still see the nose. And visibility is helped by slim front pillars. Materials are solid rather than lavish, but the touch points feel carefully finished and durable. Tech is straightforward. Every Civic gets a central touchscreen. Hybrid trims unlock the larger 9-inch unit with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, paired to a crisp 10.2-inch digital cluster. Navigation, a wireless charging pad, and a 12-speaker Bose system are available, and the interface responds quickly. It isn't the flashiest UI in the class, yet it avoids burying basics 3 menus deep, which matters every single day. Space is honest and usable. Up front, tall drivers fit easily. In back, legroom is generous for the class. Headroom is okay rather than limo-like, thanks to the sleek roof. 2 6-footers can ride behind 2 6-footers without grumbling, but a boxier rival will feel airier. The sedan's trunk offers 15 cubic feet, and the hatchback's wide opening makes loading bulky gear simple. The load floor isn't perfectly flat with the seats folded, yet the big hatch aperture and 60-40 split mean weekend runs are painless. Small items stay put, big boxes slide in without drama, and tie-down points keep everything secure. Now the headline act, Honda's 4th-generation 2-motor hybrid. Output is 200 horsepower and 232 pound-feet of torque, and the way it delivers that shove is the real magic. Around town, it often glides on electric power for short bursts, then blends in the 2.0-liter Atkinson Cycle 4 so smoothly you mostly notice the speedometer, not the engine note. Get aggressive and the response is immediate rather than drony, with independent testing showing 0 to 60 miles per hour and roughly the low 6-second range in the sedan. For daily driving, that punch means merges and passes are a non-event, and the powertrain stays calm even when you push. Efficiency stays the party trick. The Civic Hybrid sedan carries EPA ratings of 50 miles per gallon city, 47 highway, and 49 combined. The hatch is rated at 50, 45, 48. Real-world highway loops in the Sport Touring have touched 47 miles per gallon at 75 miles per hour. So 400+ miles on a tank is easy. Do mostly city miles and you'll see the city figure shine, because the system favors electric drive where gas engines are least efficient. Ride and handling are where this Civic separates itself. Unique spring and damper tuning and a special tire were developed for the hybrid trims. The result is body control that's tidy without harshness and steering that has real weight and accuracy. 17-inch wheels ride best. The 8s look tougher and remain comfortable. Cabin hush is improved on the hybrids thanks to noise reduction, active noise control, and wheel resonators on Sport Touring, though coarse surface road roar can still creep in at motorway speeds. It's improved versus the previous model, but the class still has quieter benchmarks on very rough pavement. Safety is comprehensive. Every Civic brings Honda sensing with adaptive cruise, lane keeping, lane departure warning, and automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection. 11 airbags are on board, and a pop-up hood structure is fitted for pedestrian protection. The last Civic earned top crash scores. This one continues the emphasis on both active and passive safety, and that reputation for reliability remains a major draw. Trims are simple. The hybrid comes as Sport and Sport Touring in sedan or hatch. Sport is the sweet spot for most buyers. Hybrid powertrain, 18-inch wheels, the 10.2-inch cluster, heated steering wheel, and rear vents deliver the right blend of kit and value. Sport Touring adds the biggest screen experience, Bose audio, navigation, and the quietest cabin in the lineup. Non-hybrid LX and Sport models exist, but most shoppers should start with the hybrid. The performance and equipment bump are worth it. Pricing: the range opens in the mid-20,000s, while the hybrid trims sit in the low to mid-30,000s, depending on options and body style. Versus rivals, a base Corolla or Jetta will usually transact for less, while Prius pricing is similar when similarly equipped. Remember, value isn't just the sticker. With 49 miles per gallon combined potential, fewer fuel stops, strong resale, and typically low running costs, the Civic Hybrid often wins the long game. Still, be honest about budget and choose the trim that gives you the features you'll use daily. Big picture, the 2025 Civic Hybrid nails the brief. It looks modern without being faddish. The cabin is thoughtfully designed and easy to live with. The tech is current and sensibly executed, and the hybrid system delivers both speed and savings. Against Corolla Hybrid, the Civic is the quicker, more engaging drive. Against Prius, it's more conventional in shape and visibility. Against Mazda 3, it trades a hint of plushness for notably better fuel economy and day-to-day usability. And that new hardware is backed by awards for its refinement, which matches what you feel from behind the wheel. So, is there a catch? Only one that really matters. If lowest possible purchase price is your top and only priority, you'll likely find a cheaper alternative on the same lot. For everyone else, the Civic Hybrid lands right in the center of the bullseye. It's quick enough to be fun, efficient enough to be frugal, comfortable enough for the commute, and roomy enough for a small family. It's also the kind of car that fades into the background of life, in the best way, until the day you realize you've spent less on fuel, made fewer compromises, and enjoyed more drives than you expected. That's my take. Now I want yours. Would you go sedan or hatch? Sport for value or Sport Touring for the full tech and audio experience? Tell me how you'd spec your Civic in the comments and what you'd cross-shop it against. I'm curious to see whether the performance-minded among you pick the Sport Touring for the extra quiet, or the value hunters lock in the sport and keep the change.